Howdy, y'all. My name is General Gamble. I'm reporting on some news that came up on January 28th, 2015. Very good news. They have discovered a way of removing cesium from water using things other than filtration, actually a very common chemical. This discovery was made by Professor Barry Goodall and his team at Virginia Tech, and it was first theorized in October 2014 by the same person, same team. If you want to learn more about this story, go to the Virginia Tech website, which is in front of you right now, or type up plant-based molecule, maybe the key to the cleanup of Fukushima nuclear reactor disaster, January 28th, 2015. Now, cesium is the main bad guy in a lot of the reactions for radiation because it lasts for 30 years in half-life, which is a fairly long time. It means that it's only half as dangerous after 30 years. And on top of this, it is part of the alkaline 1 metal group. Now, alkaline 1 metals are not known for binding with many things, and they readily disperse and join with things in water often. So cesium is all over in the radioactive water in Fukushima. Now, the other problem, then they have been looking for a molecule to bind with cesium specifically and make it settle at the bottom of the tank. That's what this is. The other problem, though, is cesium binds with a lot of organic molecules and compounds in the body, too. So it's one of the more dangerous medical things. Now, wood lignine, which is what this chemical comes from paper making. Basically, wood lignine is the protein that holds together the long strains in the paper, or in the wood, and we tamp out these, or chemically remove the wood lignine from the paper, which makes it so that you can use the strands to make paper. Consequently, there is a lot of lignine. There used to be entire ponds of wood lignine, and they could dump it in the rivers as an industrial runoff, but later they decided that that was a pollution and that they needed to store it. So consequently, there is a lot of wood lignine in the world, and it's usually been seen as more of a hassle to get rid of than anything else. The old way of removing cesium from water was filtering it into a building, or putting it into a building and having it filtered out, and then taking that filtered, semi-polluted water and running it back into the reactors at Fukushima to cool the reactors down and keep the water in there so you don't have to keep dumping new water into it. Now, it's possible to take some of this new PDC, which is what they're calling it, or it's a compound name that it's been given, and put that in any storage tank that has cesium and make it a way of starting to remove cesium from it. So potentially, if you had a lot of this cesium removal stuff, this PDC, you could start removing cesium in every tank at the same time rather than one at a time through the filtration system. Huh? What's that you say, Billy? It needs more super science? Alright. Now, wood lignine is a long chain protein. You can see it on the top of the page there. And what it does usually is it wraps around the longer carbon chains in wood and basically sticks it all together. Now, the way that they are making the thing that binds to the cesium is they have to actually ferment it with a microorganism. leads to a protein chain that looks a little bit more like a claw, really, than a long chain. Now, doing this, as I was saying, they do it with a microorganism right now, and it's kind of like the cheese making process. What that means is that it's going to take a long time to make a little bit of it, depending on how much you start with, and it's only really made in a few places on the planet right now. They are trying to step it up into an industrial process. Of course, this discovery was only made the 28th of this year, but if they were to step it up, it would only be a case of sharing the knowledge and so on and so forth. Easily, you could make lots and lots of this stuff if you wanted to make it everywhere. And undoubtedly, in the future, the distribution of this type of technology would spread. Well, this is General Gamble. It's my YouTube site if you want to learn more about what I am doing, which is mostly inventions to and news to help fix Fukushima. Come check out my YouTube channel, General Gamble, which will look exactly like this, or you'll see this when you find it. Now, it's my goal to actually fix the sea. I don't think it's enough to stop at the cleanup of the reactors or the cleanup of the cesium in the reactors. Ultimately, it's going to become politically knowledgeable that we have to do something to keep the ocean from being destroyed by this too, and remediate the damages of that. So the mission isn't exactly over, but I would say that largely the campaign to get like an international response to this and people to basically really brainstorm new solutions has been, I don't know if it had anything to do with me, but from a perspective, it's a huge success. I mean, they've definitely gotten this international community together to brainstorm about new solutions, and that's where this discovery came from. And I'd like to say that, we don't really know what the future holds for new sciences because they're not discovered yet, wood lignin could be the new space age polymer for all we know. So, keep on trucking, keep building new things and discovering new things and looking in new areas. And I don't think that there's really anything besides our own inaction that could stop us as people from continuing to live on this planet like we always have been. Alright, well, that's all for my update. Thank you very much for listening. Arigatou gozaimasu!